Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Paper Mario. Last time, we traversed through Gusty Gulch, reached Tubba Blubba's castle. I actually called him Blubba Glubba in the video description of the last part. That was an error on my part. I don't know what I was thinking in there. Anyways, we explored the mansion in its entirety. All we got left is this little encounter here once we enter this room, which is actually Tubba Blubba's bedroom. Oh, I might be in trouble. That star spirit ran away, and I think someone suspicious is in the castle. I shouldn't want to make King Bowser mad. He's scary. He did make me invincible, but if I screw up, he might change me back to normal. I'm pretty sure I did a different voice for him last part, but whatever. I actually feel that that voice is more fitting. Time for some beauty sleep rest. So Tubba Blubba goes to sleep. Once he does, you open his chest. Hi there, I'm Yaki, a faithful and chatty follower of Master Tubba Blubba. My very important job is to guard his valuables. But you don't look like Master Tubba Blubba at all. That means you came here to steal me, the magical key that unlocks the door to Windy Mill at the foot of Ghosty Gulch? The only thing magical about you is the fact that you can talk. It doesn't matter what you say. You're a terrible liar. Help! Master Tubba Blubba! A thief! What's all that noise? 5 more minutes, Mom. Oh no, he's awake. We have to run. Now we got a little chase scene. Gotta say, I love this track. It's very hyper-inducing. Hey, you thief! Stop! And just so you know, that's not like something going on with my capture device. That's actually the game itself. I guess rendering all those all those things breaking apart causes the game to slow down. It was really weird. You don't need to see that entire chase sequence, so I'm just gonna cut to when we get to that floor where all the UFOs are just all over the floor, just knocked out from all the debris. It's hilarious. But what could we do? This is no time to lose our nerve, fellow boos. Our dear lady is fighting against Tubba Blubba himself. We mustn't hesitate. Come back here! What's that noise? Tubba Blubba is chasing you and he's right on the other side of the door? What? You might be able to find out Tubba Blubba's weak point. Oh, of course, the windmill at the foot of the hill. You must hurry. Run as fast as you can to the Windy Mill. Windy Hill. I got Sonic Lost Raw on the mind. No. Whatever. That's no. Yeah, I think that is Windy Hill. Or is it? Whatever. It's a Sonic tangent over. We'll get to Sonic later. Don't worry about us. Go for all our sakes. Don't look back. I smell delicious ghost. Open the door. And now we're gonna cut to when we get to the windmill. Because it's just a straight way. It's like you're not being chased at all throughout this whole entire sequence. You just get down here, bust through the panel, and then you go through a couple of rooms. Now, don't bother fighting all these Goombas. They're really not worth a darn. I think I do show off this battle, though. Because we got an ability last part in the form of Spook. So let's show that off, why don't we? You gotta push left on the left analog stick repeatedly. And as you can see, I can't do it to save my life. I managed to chase one Goomba away, so that's cool, but the problem is, just like the smack attack, you have to repeatedly press the left analog stick over and over again. And for some odd reason, it's much harder to do with the Spook ability. I don't know. I guess it just requires more effort, despite the fact that Spook's ability is kind of useless, all things considered. Yeah, it chases the enemy away, but it's only ever useful against those enemies that you just end up coming across during backtracking sequences, because you don't get experience points whenever you chase an enemy away like that. Who are you? What? Mario? Did someone tell you that I'm the secret strength of Tubba Blubba? Nope. Someone spilled the beans that the Tubba Blubba in the castle was just a shell, and I'm controlling it from here? Nope. You can't trust anybody! I love how Mario's like admitting that he did not know about this, he just took a guess. That's kind of hilarious. Okay, now this is the real boss fight of the chapter. Just jump the gun a bit on that. We'll get into the reason why in a little bit after this fight. But this is Tubba Blubba's heart, the source of Tubba Blubba's power. This thing's got an HP of 5, an attack of 6, and a defense of 0. Now, the fact that it's able to damage you for 6 hit points is pretty dangerous. However, you really need to make sure your FP is up to snuff for this battle, because it follows the moniker of those hyper enemies we saw earlier and can charge its attack. You're going to want to use Bow's out of sight ability for this, because if you do not, that attack output will immediately double, and you'll take 12 damage instead of 2. And in my current standings at this point in the game, I can only take roughly 2 of those before I can only take 2 of those essentially, because I'll be at 1 HP left. I mean, Happy Heart does help, but you really don't want to get hit by that at all. There is a loophole to that, though. Yeah, his basic attack does 6 damage. Yes, he's able to charge in order to do a lot of damage. But, as you're going to see with this run, he only actually attacks me 1 time with his base power. He spends most of this fight literally just charging up and wasting time. So this battle ends up being very drawn out because he increases his power. You attack with Mario. I like to use the power jump to get as much damage as I can. I got plenty of items to spare in case I do run low on FP, so I'm not worried about running out. I'm not worried about running out of FP. Plus, I have 2 gauges of star power, so I can use crap. What is Eldstar's ability called? I forget. Star Gift or something like that. But I'm not worried about the FP. Basically, I'm just gonna keep attacking with my power jump and smack him in the face when I can. He's gonna charge up, and he's just gonna continue to do this throughout the duration of the battle. This battle isn't tough per se, as long as you know what I'm doing, and as you can see, the battle's over. But it can drag for you. It really can. Again, to mitigate the amount of time you spend during this fight, make sure your FP is at the highest it can be. For me, it's 20. And 20 should be more than enough to handle this, as you saw through my demonstration. It's time to reunite! Oh yeah, now I'm feeling good! With my heart and body united, there's no way to beat me! Now we got the real boss fight. Well, okay, not the real boss fight. This is Tubba Blubba. He has an HP of 10. I am not kidding you when I say that. As a matter of fact... And the fight's over. He has an HP of 10, an attack of 4, and he also has a hip attack that does 6. It's all superfluous though, because as long as you have enough, as long as you have 2 FP, you'll win this fight within the first turn before he even gets a chance to do anything. Again, the heart was the real point, was the real boss fight, and even then, the heart wasn't much of a threat, at least from my standing, since it only attacked me once. And now he releases all the ghosts. I guess he never bothered in digesting them. And I'm assuming that was Herbert. He's actually a real sensitive guy and a huge body. Don't you just love that trope? All the big burly dudes are actually super sensitive. I think the immediate example I think of is Eduardo from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. He's just this big burly bison-like dude from Mexico. And he's a chicken shit. He's like scared of everything. It's so weird. Alright, but we managed to take down Tubba Blubba, and Bo's pretty happy about it. And we find out that the reason why he became bad and got the assistance for Bowser is because the boos were teasing the poor thing, teasing the poor guy. So you mean to tell me that everyone's being eaten, I'm being sent to rescue this stupid, I'm being sent to save you guys from this guy because of your fault. Okay, alright, so it's all your fault. Okay. I should have let you ghosts burn alive. Whatever. Okay, burn alive. Why did I say that? They're not on fire. I mean, maybe if Tubba Blubba's like stomach is full of flames. It's like, I don't know why I'm going on with this. Alright, but Bo decides that she's going to join us permanently, so we got her as a party member for good. It's not too great though, unfortunately. I won't lie, she gets overshadowed by the next party member immediately. I want to say that Bo is probably one of the least effective fighter party members in the game, at least for my opinion. Because yeah, she's able to attack up to 6 times, and I'm pretty sure none of the other party members you get are able to do that much damage. I believe even the last one can't do that much damage. But all of her attacks are one piece of pop, so whenever defense is thrown into the mix, she ends up being useless. She does get an ability that does mitigate this, but we'll go over that later on. The boos are free to haunt to their heart's content. Ha! Funny. At least for now. With newest party member Bo in tow, Mario and friends are ready to take on their next challenge. Was that meant to rhyme? And because I'm still in the middle of the recording session, I'm not going to bother saving. I wonder how Mario is doing. Do you think he found a way to beat that Tubba Blubba? I'm so worried. What if Mario got hurt? Well, no use wondering. Why don't we go out and try to eavesdrop again? Mario managed to beat Tubba Blubba by now, Bowser and his followers would be really, really mad, don't you think? You may be right, Twink. There's no use just sitting around worrying like this. Let's see what we can find out. Now, hopefully the mic doesn't pick that up because it's really freaking hot in his basement. I think I just gave away where I was recording. Whoops. No, I think I've said that before. Anyways. Your wretchedness. I keep trying to tell you. Tubba Blubba was defeated by Mario. Well, that's strange because you told me he was invincible. How could you beat someone who's invincible? Stupid Mario. I guess maybe he found out the secret that made Tubba Blubba not quite so invincible. And then he beat him. I despise Mario, really! Your filthiness. You have to come up with another tactic, and quickly. Mario will most likely go to Shy Guy's toy box next. Yes, so we should prepare something there for his arrival. I won't be satisfied just by having him beat up anymore. What we need to do is find his weak point and completely humiliate him. Yeah! So embarrass him? Huh? Ah! For the love of... Why is Princess Peach here? What's wrong with those guards? No, wait, hang on. This is actually good timing, my mischievous princess. We've just been discussing the weak points of our mutual friend Mario. Princess Peach, what do you know about his weaknesses, huh? And listen, you must be honest. Which of these things does Mario hate the most? It's pretty obvious what answers you should provide for this. He asks you for 3 things that Mario hates the most. You're obviously going to pick the items. If you pick any of the other options, you're gonna encounter an enemy. You're gonna encounter that exact enemy in the next chapter. The two main enemies in question is the Hammer Brother, and I believe it was called the Koopa Troll. Those 2 enemies we haven't encountered yet. If you want to fight them early, they can give you a good amount of star points. I believe, maybe 7 to 10, maybe 7 to 9. I don't know. If you do manage to take them out, they will be a little tough for you. You know, being in the next chapter as it is. But usually you're gonna want to pick the items. The only item if you want to challenge yourself at the very least, the one you should choose absolutely is the Thunder Rage, because it deals 5 damage to all enemies on screen. You can pick or choose between the Super Soda and the Mushroom. The Mushroom only heals 5 HP, and I believe the Super Soda is only really used to quench poisoning. And even then, poison is kind of a rare ailment in this game. And then Peach gets taken away after answering all these questions. Hello again, Mario. I knew you could do it. I don't know how to thank you. I knew it was the right decision to ask you to help us. You're a great man. Now that I'm free, I can help you. Ha! I still love this track. I'm pretty sure I ranted about that already, but since I haven't played this game in a while, I like hearing this track is just like, ah, I miss playing this game. Now we have the power of Starstorm. Not going to be showing this off until next part, but I guarantee you, this is a star power to look forward to. This star power rocks. Most likely, it's a star rod that's giving him more power. We're not even sure if he's noticing it or not. But there's no question that it's making him stronger than before. You will have to be much more careful in the coming trials. So I'm sorry to leave, but I must go back to Starhaven. The other star spirits are waiting for me there. And if you could, please keep it a secret that I got lost in Forever Forest. Thanks, Mario. Boy. Mario doesn't exactly have a voice in this game anyway. Everything that all the characters translate is more or less interpreted. And I'm not sure how that would like ruin your reputation or whatever, get lost in the forest. But anyways, that is all for today. We finally completed chapter 3 and got our next star sphere. So next time on Paper Mario, we're gonna be doing all the stuff in between chapter 3 and chapter 4. So look forward to that. Until then, I got a juice.